Good morning, grade 6 learners, and welcome to our first online class in English. So, how are you today? Cyrus?
I'm fine, sir. Thank you for asking. How about you?
Well, thank you for asking that. I am pretty much all right. Maya? How about you, Maya? How
I'm
are you today,
doing great,
Maya?
sir. Thank you for asking.
Okay. Lay?
I'm very all right here, sir. Thank you.
Wow. Allen?
I'm fine, sir. Thank you.
Okay. Lee?
Good morning, sir. Thank you for that question, but I always alright, sir.
Oh, well, that's good to know. Next. Okay, Jones.
I'm very fine, sir. Thank you.
Okay. Okay, you're welcome, Jones. Ace?
I'm fine, sir. Thank you for asking. I'm really energetic for today's lesson.
And of course, Shira.
I'm fine, sir. Thank you. How about you, sir?
I am all right, Shira. Thank you for asking. Well, so I am very glad that you are all safe and well today. And with that kind of energy and enthusiasm, I know you will be very active and participative with our learning tasks and activities for today's lesson. So let's move on. Our goal for today is for you to learn how to identify the purpose, the key structures, and the language features of informational text. So as you go on learning this skill, you will also develop your ability to complete the tables and graphic organizers in organizing your ideas and in identifying the purpose, the key structures, and the language features of the different informational texts. At the same time, to recognize the value of conducting surveys or research in decision making and infuse positivity amid unresolved pandemic. And this is our lesson for today. Identifying the purpose, the key structures, and the language features of different informational texts. As you can notice, so the three terms are highlighted: purpose, the key structures, the language features, because they will be the focus of our topic for today. Okay, now let's have our first activity. This is called What is this? I want you to name and identify the different reading materials that you can see or that will be flashed on this slide. So the choices or the possible answers are at the bottom of the slide. So are you ready?
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Okay,
sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes,
okay,
sir.
thank you.
Yes, sir.
Let's begin. So anyone can answer, okay? So look at the picture. First picture, Samsung Ready Action Galaxy A70. What is this reading material?
Sir, permission to speak po.
Yes, Cyrus, go on.
Advertisement, sir.
Okay, advertisement or advertisement. Very good. Now, how about this? Manila tries barangay incentive plan versus COVID.
Permission to
Permission to
talk,
speak,
sir.
sir.
Okay, Lay, please go ahead.
Editorial, sir.
Very good. So this is example of editorial. Now, the third one, the best of Italy.
Permission to speak, sir.
Yes, Cyrus.
Guidebook, sir.
So this is an example of a guidebook or a travel guide. Very good. Now, the fourth picture.
Permission to speak,
Permission
sir.
to speak, sir.
Okay, Lee, please go on, Lee.
It's user manual, sir.
Correct. So this is an example of user's manual. Very good. Now,
Permission to
Mamacita's cookbook.
Sir.
Yes.
Permission to speak, sir.
Sir.
Okay, Shira.
Recipe book, sir.
Okay, that's an example of a recipe book. Okay, very good. Now, diary, Jones.
Permission to speak, sir.
Diaries po.
Again, please, Jones.
Diaries po.
So, of course, so it's a very obvious example of diary. Very good. And the last is this, Chris.
Permission to speak, sir.
Yes, Alan, go ahead.
Journal. Journal.
Correct. So, very good. So this is an example of journal. Now, let's make connections. So, why do we need to read these materials? Any idea that why
Permission
you
to
should
speak,
read
sir.
these materials? Yes,
Permission to
Maya, proceed.
We
Maya?
need this we need these materials to be guided, to know what to do, and to learn how to cook, sir.
Okay, so to be guided, to know what to do, and to be able to know how to cook. Very good. Any ideas from the class?
Permission to talk, sir.
Yes, we continue.
We had to read this book, these materials, because it's helpful on doing some activities.
Correct. So these reading materials can really help us in doing activities for our daily routines. So we need to read these reading materials simply because they can expand our knowledge. So these materials can provide us a lot of information and new insights about different topics, about different issues and ideas. Okay, so moving on with our next activity. Now, let's have our word power as our vocabulary development activity. So, I want you to infer the meaning of these unfamiliar words using the context clues given in these sentences. Okay? I will be calling one student to read the sentences and another student to answer the questions or infer the meaning of the unfamiliar words. Okay, so the context clues may be synonyms, antonyms, definitions, or examples. Are you ready now?
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay, okay, very well. Let's continue with the first one. So please repeat after me. Statistics.
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 Again, statistics.
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 Okay, now, Alan, will you please read the sentence?
Do you know that statistics is used in doing surveys? It is just a subject that deals with the analysis and interpretation of answers, data from respondents.
Okay, Alan, please repeat after me. Analysis,
Analysis.
statistics,
Statistics.
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 Very good. So thank you, Alan. Now, Maya, can you please infer the meaning of this word statistics?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so what could be the possible meaning of this word using the clues given in this sentence? Maya?
Sir, the meaning of the unfamiliar word is it is just a subject that deals with the analysis and interpretation of answers or data from responders.
Very good, Maya. Very good. So your answer is correct. So this is the meaning of the word statistics. Now, Maya, tell me, so how did you know that this is the meaning of this word statistics? What clue, what kind of clue did you use? Maya?
Sir, definition.
Correct. So it simply defined the meaning of statistics. Very good. So now let's move on with our next unfamiliar word. So now repeat after me. Solve.
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 So,
Again, solve.
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 Okay, now Lay, will you please read the sentence?
Jennifer likes to solve world problems. She uses techniques to find answers to some difficult questions.
Okay, very good, Lay. Now, Shaira, tell me, so what could be the possible meaning of this word solve based on the clues given in the sentence?
Permission to speak, sir.
Yes, proceed, Shaira.
To find the answer to some difficult questions.
Okay, Shaira, that's correct. But you can simply shorten your answer. Can you just give me two words as possible meaning of this unfamiliar word?
Permission to talk, sir.
Okay, so let us please help Shaira. Yes, Lee, go on.
Find answer.
Correct. So solve means to find answers. Very good. Now, Shaira, so going back to you. So what kind of clue is given in this sentence?
Definition, sir.
Definition? Are you
Permission
sure?
to speak, sir.
Yes, Cyrus. Go ahead, Cyrus.
Synonym, sir.
Correct. So the kind of clue given in this context is synonym. Very good. So now, how about this question? Do you also like solving math problems?
Yes,
Yes, sir.
sir.
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
Wow, that's awesome. It
Sir.
seems that our Brigada Matematica is really effective in helping you improve your math skills. Very good. Now, how about this word? Okay, repeat after me. Summation.
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 Again,
Summation.
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 Okay, now Ace, will you please read the sentence?
We made cash record in our TLE class. After listening the sales, we have to get to the total or the summation.
Okay, thank you, Ace, for reading this sentence. But please repeat after me. Listing,
Listing.
Listing.
listing,
Listing.
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 Okay, thank you, Ace. Now, Maya, so what could be the possible meaning of the word summation? Okay, so,
Permission to
okay,
speak,
Permission to
sir.
speak, sir.
okay, yes, Allen,
To get the total.
to get the total. Okay, so that is also correct. But can we shorten the answer? What would
Permission
be
to
the
speak, sir.
shortest answer
Sir.
for summation? Lee, go ahead, Lee.
Oh.
Total, sir. Total.
Correct. So summation means total. Now, Lee, I just wonder, how did you arrive at that conclusion that summation means total? What kind of clue did you use?
Synonym, sir.
Correct. So that is correct. Exactly. So thank you. Now let's have number 4, unfamiliar word. So please repeat after me. Probability.
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 Again, please. Probability.
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 Okay. Jones, please read the sentence.
I just know now that we can compute the chance or possibility that something may happen. Our math teacher told us when we studied probability.
Thank you, Jones. Now, Cyrus. So what could be the possible meaning of probability?
Chance or possibility that something may happen.
Okay, it could be chance or possibility or something may happen. So Cyrus, so how did you know that these are the meanings or the possible meanings of this unfamiliar word probability?
Using
What?
synonym, sir.
Okay, very good. So by using synonyms as context clues. So congratulations, grade 6, for doing a good job in our second activity. So now, what did you notice about the words that we learned or reviewed today?
They are
Anyone? Yes,
sir,
Maya?
they are borrowed from mathematics, sir.
Correct. So these are the words or the content-specific terms that we can usually encounter from the subject mathematics. So we call this simply as the borrowed words. And moreover, we also encounter these words like summation, probability, solve statistics, especially in doing surveys or research. Okay, so now let's move on with our next task. So let's connect this to your personal experience. I want you to tell me, have you ever conducted a survey before?
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Oh,
sir.
very good. That's good to know. So can you tell me, so in which subject do you often do this
Per-
survey?
Yes,
Permission to
Permission to
speak, sir.
speak, sir.
Okay, yes, Lay. Go ahead, Lay.
Math, science, and TLE, sir.
Very well. So you remember that we usually do this in those subjects. Now, if you are given a chance today, what topic would you like to use in your surveys?
Permission
Well,
to speak, sir.
to give you an idea first, it could be about pandemic or about cure for COVID-19. What else?
Permission to speak, sir.
Yes, Shaira, go ahead.
Education during this pandemic, sir.
Okay, so education during this pandemic. What else? Maya.
permission to speak, sir.
Yes, Maya?
If I was given a chance to pick a topic I would use in my survey is continuation of helping preventing pollution, sir.
Okay, so ways on how to reduce pollution. Oh, that's good. Okay, very well. Now, how about our motive questions? So what did the grade 6 learners do? Or what survey did the grade 6 learners do? And what was the reason why they conducted the survey? So let's try to answer these motive questions by making our predictions. Okay, so if you think that the prediction is correct, so thumbs up. Okay, thumbs up. But if you think that predictions are incorrect, thumbs down. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Very good. So now let's have the first one. Okay? They wanted to find out the best-selling food in the canteen. Okay? 1, 2, 3, go. Okay? Okay. Now, number 2. The grade 6 pupils interviewed learners from grade 1 to grade 6. Thumbs up, thumbs down. Go.
Thumbs up, sir.
Okay, now there were 5 steps to follow in conducting the survey. Thumbs up, thumbs down.
Thumbs up, sir.
Okay, next, the learners would like to find out the preferred reading materials to be used during the 3 o'clock reading habit. Thumbs up or thumbs down?
Thumbs
Go.
up, sir.
Okay, thank you for your answers. So let's park your answers for a while, but we will again review your answers after reading the text. Now, let's see what kind of survey the grade 6 learners did and their reasons for conducting that survey. Okay, now I want you to go to our Google Classroom and please click the link about Recount Text Survey on Blockbuster Materials. I want you to listen carefully to the text, and while listening, please note down important details that can help you in answering some comprehension questions later. Okay, are you ready?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay,
Sir,
okay,
yes, sir.
okay, time's up. Now, so let's talk about the recount text that you have listened to. Okay, so let's see if your predictions are correct. Okay, now Lee, so tell me if this prediction is correct after reading the text. So the grade 6 learners wanted to find out the best-selling food in the canteen. Thumbs up or thumbs down? Lee?
Thumbs down, sir.
Okay, that's correct. Very good. Okay, why is this wrong? Do you have any idea what makes this prediction incorrect?
Because based on that read text, they find out what is learners want to read.
Correct. So they wanted to know what kind of material the learners would like to read. Very good. Now, Jones, the grade 6 pupils interviewed learners from grade 1 to grade 6. Thumbs up or thumbs down? Jones? Okay, so let's help Jones. Allen, is this prediction correct or incorrect?
Incorrect, sir.
Incorrect. Okay, tell me, what what makes this prediction incorrect?
Because the grade 6 pupils interviewed grade 4 to grade 6.
Oh, that's good. That's correct. Now, number three, there were 5 steps to follow in conducting the survey. Okay, thumbs up or thumbs down?
Permission to speak, sir.
Yes, Shaira, proceed.
Thumbs up, sir.
Okay, that's correct. And the last, the learners would like to find out the preferred reading materials to be used during 3 o'clock reading habit. Maya.
Permission to speak, sir.
Okay, let's hear it first from Maya. Maya?
Sir, thumbs up, sir.
Thumbs up. Cyrus, do you have the same answer?
Sir. Yes, sir.
Okay, so thank you. Now, let's move on with our comprehension questions. And the first question is this. So what did Mr. Lagar ask his learners to do?
Permission to speak,
Permission to
sir.
speak, sir.
Okay, Lay, continue.
Mr. Lagar asked the grade 6 students to complete their performance tasks as learner researchers.
Very good. So Mr. Lagar asked his learners to be researchers for a day by conducting a survey as their performance task. Very good. Now, Ace. So which school conducted a survey?
The school that conducted the survey was Lucena Norte Elementary School.
Correct. So Lucena North 2 Elementary School conducted the survey. Very good. Now, number three. How many learners were included in this survey?
Permission
Jones.
to talk, sir.
Okay, Jones.
There were 104 learners interviewed in the survey from grade 4 to grade 6.
Okay, so a total of 104 learners became part of this survey. Very good. Now, how would the learner researchers conduct the survey? Can you still recall the steps that they followed? Yes, Shaira. Okay, Shaira, go on.
They follow the steps carefully.
Okay, again, how many steps they followed in conducting the survey?
5 steps, sir.
Okay, 5 steps. Can you recall what are those 5 steps?
First step, prepare the question. Second,
Correct. Okay, second.
schedule the interview during lunch break.
Okay, number three.
Interview the grade 4 and grade 6 learners about their choice of reading materials. To read.
Okay, number four.
Then collect and compute the answers.
And number five.
Last, interpret the answers data using tables and graphs.
Okay, so thank you. So that is a complete answer for number four. Very good, Shaira. Okay, now number five. So what is the problem to be solved or the question to be answered by these learner researchers?
Permission
Maya.
to speak, sir.
Okay, Cyrus. Go ahead, Cyrus.
The problem to be solved or the question to be answered by learner researchers is what kind of reading materials would grade 4 to grade 6 learners prepare to read during 3 o'clock habit?
Okay, so they would like to find out what is the best choice for reading materials for the learners from grade 4 to grade 6. Very good. Now, number 6. So which group distributed the survey forms? Lay. Jones, go ahead, Jones.
The group 1 distributed the survey forms.
Okay, the group 1 distributed the survey forms. Correct. Now, number 7. Which group computed the answers of the
Permission
learners?
to speak, sir.
Permission to speak, sir.
Okay, so Maya. Go ahead, Maya.
The group who computed the answers of the learners is group to the team of players, sir.
Correct. So Leia and Group 2 members computed the answers and presented the results using tables and graphs. Very well. Now, number 8. So based on the results, so what is the most favorite reading material as revealed by the learners? And how many answered for this reading material?
Permission to speak,
Alan?
sir.
Okay, so let's get it first from Alan. Alan,
People's book.
again, please, Alan.
The most favorite reading material is people's pictures book.
Okay, picture books, correct. And how many answered for this material?
63.
Correct, 63 learners. Now, so what did the grade 6 pupils conclude after getting and interpreting the results of the survey?
Permission
Cyrus?
to speak, sir.
Yes,
They
proceed.
concluded that 63 learners out of 100 for choose pictures books as blockbuster reading materials to be used during 3 o'clock reading habit.
Okay, so they concluded that the picture books are the blockbuster materials that the learners would like to use during the 3 o'clock reading habit. Now, so why was this survey very helpful to the school and in implementing the 3 o'clock reading habit?
Permission to
Reason
speak,
3
sir.
o'clock, sir.
Okay, so Lee, please go ahead, Lee.
It's helpful because it's help to know what learners should favorite to read. That can make learners more lively for reading.
Correct, exactly. So they would help the school by coming up with recommendations and suggestions as to what materials suited for the interest of the learners. So the school can develop and instill love for reading among the learners. Okay, thank you for answering our comprehension questions from 1 to 10. Now, here comes the most interesting question. So how is conducting a survey useful in making decisions? Any
Permission to
idea from the
speak,
class?
sir.
Yes, Cyrus, go ahead.
Conducting survey is very useful in making decisions because it can immediately address topics of importance rather than waste time.
Okay, thank you. Okay, Maya, do you have any idea?
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Conducting
Maya?
a survey is important because to know what are the others' opinion, and it won't be fair if there's only one person to answer the question. Uh, I mean the
Mhm.
survey, sir. And
Okay.
it's
Uh-huh.
just fair to know what are everyone's opinion, sir.
Okay, thank you, Maya, for your answer. Alan, do you have any idea?
Yes, sir.
Yes, Alan?
Conducting a survey is useful because we can easily analyze the results of the survey.
Okay, so thank you very much for your answers. But if you're going to sum up your answers, it well, so survey can really influence our everyday decisions. That's good. That's correct. So this becomes useful when we want to make a decisions and yet we have so many choices and options to choose from. So by conducting a survey, we get to know the consensus of the people. So what people like and don't like, what's in and what's not. And to connect this with our previous lesson, it is very ideal or it is needed when we want to start our small business. We want to know our market first, or we need to know our market first. Okay, so thank you very much for doing a good job in our comprehension questions. Now, I want you to go back to our Google Classroom and click the link about what I know pre-assessment. So this is only a 10-item activity assessing what you already know and what you need to know about our topic for today. So do your best and good luck. I will give you 3 minutes to do this activity and your time starts now. Go. Time's up. So thank you for answering this activity, what I know, our pre-assessment. So now, let's move on with our next task. So let's talk about informational texts. So informational texts are non-fiction writing, means they are based on facts, scientific evidences, and objective observations. And of course, they are not make believe or made up stories or a product of a writer's imagination. So, the intention for writing the informational text is to inform the readers or the public or the people about specific ideas, topics, and timely issues. So, in informational text, we have five key structures. Number one, description. Number two, problem solution. Number three, time order chronological sequential. Number four, comparison contrast. Number five, cause and effect. If you can still remember the references or the reading materials that we have named and identified in the beginning of our lessons, so they are the sources of our informational texts. What are those? We have user's manual. We have we have
editorial,
correct editorials. We have
Recipe book.
journals. We have recipe
summaries,
book, and so on. Very good. So very good. So typically, we can encounter or we can read different informational texts in these materials: magazines, science or history books, instruction manuals, autobiographies or diaries, researches, and so on. I want you to go back again to our Google Classroom and click the link about problem solution as key structure of informational text. So listen carefully to the video discussion, and later on, so we will be asked some questions about the text that we will be reading. So your 2 minutes starts now. Go. Okay, time's up. Grade 6. Now tell me, so what information did you gather about problem solution as key structure of informational text? Any
Permission to
answers?
answer.
Yes, Cyrus, go ahead.
To discuss a problem and give offer solution.
Correct. So to present a problem and give solutions. Okay, what else? What other details did you remember about problem solution?
Permission to speak, sir.
Yes, Lay. Proceed.
Problem solution set up a problem of its solution.
Okay, so it sets up a problem and gives solution. Okay, now, so let's discuss problem solution. So one thing to remember about this key structure is that it presents a problem and provides a solution. And so this text has purposes. So number one, to discuss or to explain the problems and the solutions. Number two, to persuade or convince the readers about the suggested solutions. So we can tell clearly if a paragraph or a text is a problem solution text type if they have this following language features. Number one, of course, it uses phrases. So these are the word clues, like the problem is, the difficulty is, and the challenge is. At the same time, it also uses other clues or word clues like advise, recommend, or suggest to offer and introduce solutions. Now, so this is your task. So kindly read silently this text and tell me, why is this correct example of a problem solution text type? Okay, so let's start. Any ideas? So why is this text the best and correct example of problem solution based on
Permission
our
to speak, sir.
discussion? Yes, Cyrus, go ahead, Cyrus.
Because it provides recommendation or solution to help poor Filipinos.
Okay, so it has recommendations, so we can say that these are solutions. So you already have identified the solutions. But is there a problem presented in this
Yes,
text?
sir.
yes, sir.
Yes, Maya, go ahead, Maya.
People, peop, Filipinos nowadays remain hungry, sir.
Correct. So there is a problem presented in the text and solutions are also given. How many solutions are given in this text in order to solve the problem about Filipinos remain hungry despite the implementation of Pantawid Pamilyang Pilipino Program or for peace? So how
Permission to
many?
speak, sir.
Permission
Yes. Yes, Shaira. How many? How many solutions are given?
to
Again, please, Shaira.
po.
Two. Okay. What are those, Shaira?
The government agencies thought of recommendation to help for Filipinos
Mm-hmm.
and ALS and TESDA training courses and formation of good attitude.
Okay. So, we're correct. So these are solutions, but there are three. There are three solutions mentioned in this text in order to solve the problem given. Okay, so let's see. Let's try to organize the thoughts in this problem solution text. So this is the problem identified. Many Filipinos remain hungry and worse poor despite poverties. And these are the following solutions. Long-term livelihood programs, ALS and TESDA training courses, and formation of good attitude. Okay, thank you for doing a good job for this problem solution text. So other activities will be posted on our Google Classroom for the guided practice and independent practice. So finish these activities at home and we will check them on Wednesday. So thank you very much for your outstanding performance this morning and see you again soon. Okay, congratulations, grade 6. Bye-bye.
Yes, sir.
Bye.
Bye,
Bye-bye.
sir.
Bye-bye.